I was releasing an album every year, 96, 97, 98. And then in between that, soundtracks, other people's album, Rockefeller, touring, like back to back. And I just looked up one day and I was like, I'm tired. I had never been on a vacation till like, I want to say 2000, like my whole life. I don't know what happens next. I'm not actively making music or making an album or have plans to make an album, but I never want to say I'm retired. I just, it's a gift. Just like, it's open to whatever. And it may have a different form, a different interpretation. Maybe it's not an album. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But I just gonna leave it open.
A top rap star is busted.
Jay-Z turned himself in tonight, and the cops started working on his rap sheet, accusing him of a stabbing at a trendy party.
Just a few hours ago, police here at Midtown South arrested Shawn Carter, better known as Jay-Z. The rap star voluntarily turned himself in here at the precinct earlier this evening. Now, Carter is being held here in connection with that stabbing fight that erupted at the Kit Kat Club last night.
He's not involved in this, period.
He was at the club?
That's my only comment. He wasn't involved in this.
So it was someone else that did the stabbing and the hitting?
I didn't say that. I said he was not involved in it.
Clovis goes on to say that at no time was Jay-Z hiding from the police, that they were in touch with cops all day and that they're trying to resolve this as gentlemen. But as Mike Sheehan shows us, others say they've seen the dark side of Jay-Z.
I have my faults. I'm not a perfect person.
Rap star Jay-Z spoke with Fox 5 exclusively just a few weeks ago during a photo shoot for the cover of January's issue of Source magazine.
Everything is bounce, or can I get a hard knock life, you know what I mean? I have my dark days also,
Detectives in Midtown say that last night allegedly was one of his darkest. Cops say the hip-hop star was fingered in a stabbing inside a packed nightclub. Just about 11:30 last night when rap star Jay-Z, surrounded by his usual entourage, strolled into the Kit Kat Club here on West 43rd Street. Cops say the argument heated up during a party celebrating a new release by rapper Q-Tip. Jay-Z and his crew surrounded the 33-year-old Rivera and his 29-year-old brother Corey. Witnesses say that Jay-Z allegedly plunged a knife into Rivera's stomach and smashed a bottle over his brother's head. I have to talk to you about what happened here last night?
I wasn't here last night.
This is not the first time Jay-Z, whose real name is Shawn Carter, has been involved in a club brawl. Marcus Delgado knows all too well, and he still sports the scar to prove it.
Where he turned around and just hit me with a bottle over the head, and his whole entourage, about 30 guys, proceeded to, jump me, hit me with tables and so forth and so on.
Now he's sorry.
He's just a punk, man, and it did not surprise me when I heard it this morning. I was like, wow, another one? Had I stepped up in '98 when he did this to me, on wouldn't have gone through what he went through last night. Yeah, he does have to serve some time to humble him.
Recently, there's been talk of Jay-Z hanging up his mic, but who could have guessed his retirement would be behind bars? During an album launch, Jay-Z lost control and pressed a 5-inch blade into a man's abdomen.
Incident with Rivera, where you pled guilty to charges of, I don't remember exactly the charges, assault with a deadly weapon?
They would have never let me be
out
here with you if that was the case.
You stabbed him. Okay, all right. Do you feel like that was a mistake?
That helped me. You know what I'm saying? Because that put the brakes on everything. That let me know that no matter how successful you are and how much you're on your road, it can all stop. Still kid from Marcy Projects, and not everybody, they waiting for you to mess up. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let you just go ahead and self-destruct yourself. You know what I'm saying? But that right there was a moment I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? That moment was like, okay, all that stops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to parties with 30 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna put myself in that position anymore.
Don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. Lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. Lined up R. Kelly, the one.
You know, nobody acknowledged what was going on between her and Mr. Carter. He was 15 and everybody knew it. But see, this is the thing. Back in the 90s, there were a lot of older dudes who slept with younger women. I had a kid at 16 by a man that was 10 years older than me. Which goes to show you how much things have changed from the 90s to now. I'm not saying that she wasn't a city girl, but a 14-year-old girl mentally cannot contend with a 28, 29-year-old man. Period. Period.
She didn't have a chance.
Not at all.
Now, Jay-Z claimed he had learned from that mistake and intended to tone down the partying. However, it seems he was merely posturing. The allegations of dating underage women are now catching up to him.
Who is Shawn approved from the world of entertainment?
There's only one person.
Oh, go on.
And I call him Shawn. That's Jay-Z. We call each other Shawn.
Okay. Yeah. Only person who's Shawn approved.
There's not a single person that
outside of family.
That should be outside of my mother. Should be calling me. Yeah, they should be calling me Shawn. Yeah.
What I love about the many different names that you have is they represent a different era.
Go away from me right here. Make away.
Take me home. My car right here. Right
Good.
Where's your car?
Right here.
Like you're in the Super Bowl, my man. What up, Mark?
Devil, you good too?
Jay, I know you a Nets fan, but the Knicks looking good, huh?
Right. And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie. He imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter. We were talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
so
this.
Now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, their Harper. Him is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself, like I'm a shady aftermath. You know what I'm saying, like, but that's just the way it was. Like,
were you a part of it? Even like you say, you weren't on the ad, right?
Yeah.
When we saw the initial asset that came out, a part of it.
No, I already had communications with Paul about going to do it, but the ad was coming out that already was shot with.
Okay, gotcha.
With him and everybody else in it. So I'm like, nah, cool. I'll be surprised.
Remember at rehearsal, I was like, man, what the hell?
I won $20.
Right?
Yeah, me and Louis betted against it, and I was like, Fitty's gonna show up. Watch.
When nobody, like when I reach out because I want to see what the complications are, only came from that angle. I have to believe that was something that was from that.
Did you and Jay-Z ever have a conversation, or y'all in different offices? As far as
people are beginning to notice his shady ties to P and his disturbing sex cult. Meanwhile, 50 Cent has been hinting at a potential intimate link between Jay-Z and Daddy, who've been discreetly trying to come out as gay.
Tina Karam, or KK as she's referred to sometimes in this, she required all employees from the butler to the chef, the housekeepers, to walk around with a pouch filled with cocaine, ecstasy, marijuana, gummies. Basically, Diddy could ask any of these people at any time, yeah, I'll have some drugs. That is mental, isn't it? And that really paints quite a childlike state of mind that P. Diddy is in, where everyone at all times needs to have his sweets on them at any one point. What I will say is, the more you read into this, there's such specific details in it that you just think, why would you lie about it? Whether or not this is all true is one thing, but there's a lot of truth in this, it's obvious. With Rodney Jones being a record producer himself, he obviously idolized other guys in music, including Stevie J, who worked with P. Diddy. Now, P. Diddy knew that Jones idolized this Stevie J character, so he used that as a way of trying to coerce him into homosexual acts with P. Diddy. So as a way of going, see, we're all doing it. You're the odd one out here. Get yourself in there. What's wrong with you? You know, we're all fucking having a good time here. You don't want to join in. Boring. Now, as a way to further encourage Mr. Jones to have homosexual sex with him, he says, look, I've been doing it with lots of your favourite artists. There's rapper number 5 and R&B singer number 6. Redacted, meaning we can't actually see their names in the lawsuit. Just give us a clue, so I'll let you work it out. So the rapper is a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. You don't have to be a great detective to know that one's Meek Mill. And also, there's a video of P. Diddy by the pool with Meek Mill where he calls him Daddy.
Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. As a close friend of Jay-Z, what was your reaction to him opening up about his infidelities in the Family Feud video?
That's what music gives you the power to do. And I think that, you know, once you're ready to share it with your fans in the world, then nobody could judge it. You know, I thought it was dope.
Were you surprised?
No.
That he put it out there?
No, I wasn't. I was surprised about Lemonade, but I wasn't surprised about.
You were.
I just didn't see it coming. It was just like, I remember it was a Sunday, and it was just like, whoa.
Right. You didn't see the album coming, or you didn't see what was in it coming?
I didn't see anything. I think like the rest of the world, and I think it was genius. I think Beyonce did a great job, and she tackled something.
From drug dealing to sleeping with other men, Diddy and Jay-Z are being exposed for everything now. Diddy even defended Jay-Z's infidelity towards Bianca and resents her for releasing Lemonade.
Well, ZNS News has learned that American celebrity couple Jay-Z and Beyonce have purchased their own private island in the Bahamas, in the Abacos, for just under $3 million. Their 360-acre private island is about half a mile wide and about 2 miles long, and the island can accommodate an airstrip of at least 5,000 feet. The Atlantic Ocean is on the eastern end of the private island, and shallow waters off the Grand Bahama Bank is on the western side. Have not stated publicly how they hope to develop their private island.
Apparently he goes on a yacht with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy says to Mr. Jones and Cuba Gooding, I'll leave you two to get to know each other a bit better, shall I? Apparently he was touching him, groping him, fondling Jones's legs, his upper inner thighs, near his groin, and near the small back neck of his buttocks and his shoulders. As if this couldn't get any more Jeffrey Epstein, apparently P. Diddy had hidden cameras in all of his rooms. So when he'd have these parties and all these celebrities, musicians, athletes are there getting their freak on, he's obviously capturing all of the evidence on camera. He's literally Jeffrey Epstein. That is literally what they said Epstein would have done to all of these politicians, which is how he maintained his power for so long. And in case that wasn't clear, none of the people who were in the house would have known that those cameras were there. Or if anyone did, it would have been a very small and select few. He also mentioned that Diddy did grab Jones's crotch thoroughly. Look, maybe he was just checking for lumps for cancer. Do you know what I mean? He was just looking out for him. There's a defense. As a result of that, Mr. Jones does say that he continues to suffer harm, including physical injury. I'm not really sure where the physical injury came in throughout this. I don't know at what point he was injured, because there isn't anything really concrete mentioned like that. Humiliation, anxiety, and basically he wants money for that.
Now, Jay-Z's private island is beginning to be exposed in connection with Diddy and his crimes, and it's all coming to light now.
Flex was like, when the Ether thing happened, he was like, Ange, we got to bring Battle of the Beats back for this thing. And then,
I think Irv Gotti was at the station,
was
K.
Irv?
Slade.
I remember
Irv was
listening
to this. I remember listening to this.
I know K. Slade was a lot of people there.
Right.
I could see from my peripheral in the window, I could see Jay walking in.
Oof.
And I'm like, and the winter is nice, this is terrible!
I make eye contact or no?
I knew, well, I had heard that he wanted to come up, but just the timing of it, it was not a comfortable feeling.
Right.
So he kind of came up and sat in the chair. He was like, it is what it is or whatever. But, you know, I took it too far and just wanted to apologize for that part, I guess.
Yeah, he said all that?
No, I don't know how it was out here, but in New York history, that was ill, because that was like the first time we got to see a grown man be grown.
He was not comfortable.
Right.
And he was always, you know, always confident, always whatever, ran the
But
show.
I think he said it's something from his mom.
It was he said his mother heard and was like, why would you say that? You know, he was, I guess she was disappointed in him for some of the things he said in Super Ugly, so he apologized to her. Because I felt bad. I'd never seen him like somewhat defeated and that. So we walked out the room. I was like, off the air. I was like, are we good? Like, I mean, I'm like, this is what it is. I can't. There's nothing I can do here. This is what, you know, he was like, nah, I get it. I get it. This is not even, don't even worry about it. He just kind of left. And then I was like, we'll see if we're going to be cool or not. I don't know. And of course we were. If somebody don't understand that, then they really not my friend.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
The first time I ever saw Jay-Z or even heard him spit a rhyme was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. He showed up as a nigga that was with Big L.
Yes.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on. And then Big L died, and then the next thing you know, Jay-Z. Doing songs with Biggie and building a working camaraderie with Honeycombs. And then Biggie died, Tupac died. There was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z, and then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z. He will slump anyone in any relationship for $1. Look at how he did Dame. If you're a halfway intelligent person, when do you start questioning how lucky some motherfuckers keep getting?
Right.